It's actually been in the works for a number of years because the old facility, which was built in-house on a very low budget, has been falling apart and wasn't well designed for breeding jaguar. So for us to continue with jaguar, which is not only a species that's important that we want to work with, but also a species that is the logo of Elmwood Park Zoo, we needed a new facility. So this actually began, I'd say probably 5-6 years ago, that we needed to not only plan, design, but raise the funds to build a proper state-of-the-art jaguar facility, along with the other animals we're bringing in, such as the ocelot and the jaguarundi, and some other smaller mammals and reptiles. But this needed to be done quickly if we were going to continue with jaguar at the Elmwood Park Zoo. What's interesting with the facility is to transfer the ocelot from their night holding area to the exhibit. They'll not only go through what we call the aviary, which will have the Montezuma quail and some of the reptile species, and there will be an area where the animals can see each other in transit, or if the ocelot chooses to sit inside the tunnel system and look in on these other animals.
The new Majestic Predators is going to be a really unique way for us to be able to exhibit some of the species that we have here in the zoo, as well as being able to give us the opportunity to bring in new species that a lot of people may not have seen in captivity before. So jaguarundi is a really unique animal. A lot of people don't actually know they exist. They've never heard of them before. It's what's called a lesser cat, so it's not quite as big as the jaguar, still bigger than your house cat, still dangerous. A lot of people call them the otter cat because they do kind of have an otter-esque kind of face, and they are brown coated. They are diurnal, so they're actually more active during the day, which makes them a really neat animal to be on exhibit. And the fact that not many people have heard about it is a really nice way to be able to bring them in and educate people about it. The ocelot, it's very similar. Ocelot unfortunately have this struggle added that a lot of people think they would make good pets because they are very cute. There's also another problem with ocelot called hybridization. A lot of people will try to breed them with domestic cats. That's why you might hear of Savannah cats or Bengal cats. But unfortunately, it's just not a healthy thing to do, and they don't make good pets.
So the new exhibit will feature a training tower, which is a selective area that we can actually bring our jaguars into and do a series of demonstration behaviors that we've taught them to do. So some of these behaviors include voluntary injection training, which is actually really cool because it allows us to show guests that our animals will take shots when we ask them to because they're rewarded for it. So we'll actually have them line up against a fence, ask for their hip, and they'll push it into the fence and take a shot, no problem. It's kind of like taking your kid to the doctor and they get a lollipop after, except ours like meat. So we give them little meatballs after. Some of the other trained behaviors that we'll be demonstrating in this tower include an up command, which has them stand up on their back feet so you can see their whole chest and their front paws and how tall they stand. And we also have them do open mouth commands, so you can check out all their teeth when they open their mouth real wide. And lay down behaviors, which are important because we need to check out all their feet sometimes. So by having them lay down on their side and push all their feet against the fence, we're able to check out their pads, which may be a little dry or cracked in the winter time. The pool. So believe it or not, jaguars actually really love water. So now we're going to have an underwater viewing area with the pool so you can see our jaguars swim. Heated rocks. So that's really cool because as it gets colder in the winter months, in the fall, by having a heated rock, it kind of creates a central location for these animals to hang out in. So the guests will be able to see them in a little bit cooler months and they'll still be nice and toasty warm.
We focused the exhibit on the American Southwest because not everybody knows that jaguar do occur into the U.S. and have been making a comeback. And actually, historically, there was jaguar remains not far from Norristown back in the prehistoric era. We wanted to focus jaguar in the American Southwest so people are aware that this is a big cat. This is the largest cat that actually occurs in the United States that is making a comeback. Also, most of the jaguar exhibits you see around the country are all very much either Mexican or South American or Central American themed. A lot have Mayan or Aztec themes to them. And we wanted this exhibit to be not only different in its appearance because of being the American Southwest, but also as the educational factor that jaguar do occur in the Southwest, as do the ocelot and as do the jaguarundi.
We're very excited for this year's Trail of the Jaguar to open up. You guys get an exclusive look. We'd like to thank Sharon Donnell and the Howarth family and all the guests here at tonight's event that make these exhibits possible. So thank you guys so much and enjoy your night.